Are you tired of always procrastinating, a habit that you just cannot get rid of? But what if there was a way to turn procrastination into a productive force? What if you could use this negative trait to gain an advantage? Well, it certainly is possible, and it involves an interesting concept called structured procrastination. All procrastinators delay the important tasks that they need to do, but structured procrastination is a clever way to use this specific habit to your advantage. The key idea is that procrastinators don't do absolutely nothing. They often find themselves doing tasks that are somewhat useful, like gardening, sharpening pencils, or organizing their files. Why do they do these things? It's because these tasks help them avoid doing something more important. Let's say a procrastinator only had to sharpen some pencils. No matter how much you try, it would be nearly impossible to get him to do it. However, if you give him a difficult, urgent, and essential task that serves as a way of avoiding something even more important, they will suddenly find the motivation to tackle it. So, structured procrastination is about using our tendency to procrastinate wisely. It's about focusing on tasks that still have value, but are not the top priority. By doing these tasks, we can be productive while putting off the most critical task. Of course, structured procrastination should not be a substitute for actually overcoming procrastination. That should remain a top priority for anyone wanting to increase their productivity. But structured procrastination will serve as a convenient and instant boost to your productivity. So how do you do it? How do you structure procrastination? It's really simple. Locate the most important task that you're putting off. Afterwards, locate another important task that you need to complete, but one which is slightly less significant. Now, you have a hierarchy of two tasks. The next time you find yourself procrastinating on the main task, start working on the secondary one. You will have much more willpower to finish it. And once you're done, you can downshift the main task and start all over again. This gives you a permanent structure, and you will always have a task to put your procrastination in. Although you should have another important thing in mind about this method. The secondary task you choose must be useful or beneficial. Let's say you have to study for a test. This is your main task. In that case, working on homework for another class would count as productive procrastination because it's something you needed to do anyway. It's an appropriate secondary task. On the other hand, if you choose to bake cookies, it wouldn't be considered productive procrastination since it's not helpful or necessary. Instead, it would just be regular, unproductive procrastination. So, remember to choose tasks that are actually beneficial when using this method. Structured procrastination is all about balance. Understanding what works and what doesn't in the approach is crucial for it to work. So don't be afraid to experiment. And once it does, it will give you a whole new perspective on productivity. Thank you for watching, and good luck on your life's journey.